Welcome to the Prattling Codgers podcast. I am the kid.
And I'm DanLee.
Hate to start this one off with a downer, but I was just looking at my phone before we got started, and Frank Beard died.
No kidding.
Yeah,
from
and I think
ZZ Top.
It was just announced within the last hour or two.
The drummer for ZZ Top.
Yeah, I think he officially died yesterday. There's no official cause of death.
Yeah,
but they said he was in hospice care, so he was sick.
Oh, no kidding.
So I'm assuming like cancer or something like that, probably.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they just kept it real quiet, and
Yeah.
but yeah, that's sad. There's only one guy left because Dusty Hill died back in 2021. So Billy
Wow.
Gibbons is the only
Gibbons.
member left. So
Yeah, what's that?
Kind of a sad day. I literally just found out before we started, and I was like, "Well, that's a bummer."
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
Definitely. Did you ever see them live?
I never got to. Kyle did once or twice. I never saw him live, but I mean, what a great trio!
Oh, yeah,
just a great band.
I saw them live, and I'm trying to remember where the hell it was. It was in Rochester, and it was either the War Memorial, the Auditorium Theater, or in some massive gymnasium at one of the colleges. That's the only places I can think.
Yeah.
And I was really impressed with him. He was just...
Oh, yeah. They have some great songs.
Man.
LaGrange was always one of my favorite songs.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
LaGrange, Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers was a good one.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in the 80s, they got, the spinning guitars and, they got a little showy.
Right.
And, but back in the day, I mean, and they were good songs, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I like their older stuff, like Tres Hombres and...
Sure.
Albums like that.
Right.
But yeah, kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
I mean, he was only 77, so it wasn't like, I'm not sure how old Dusty Hill was when he passed.
Right.
And I'm not sure how old Billy Gibbons is now, but
yeah.
But yeah, 77. I don't know if he was actually touring with them anymore. They might have had somebody else playing, but because I think Billy's still out there touring.
Yeah.
I think they, got some reply. I think the actual tech for Dusty Hill was the guy that replaced him after he passed.
Oh, yeah.
I hired him on to actually play because he'd been with him so long.
Right.
I mean, he just knew the whole show and the whole 9 yards. He just,
Right.
But yeah, kind of a bummer. I hated to start it that way, but us, we just had our drum episode and talked about some of the guys that passed and stuff like that. And I was like, I can't not mention that Frank Beard passed on. So
yeah, it's unfortunate that. But certainly, I'll never forget watching him play at that one show. I was really impressed. Rich Stadium is where I went. I drove over to Buffalo to see them and a number of other bands.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those summertime things.
Big show at a stadium.
Yeah, big old show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I never got the chance to see him, unfortunately. But I didn't give you any homework. This is like a couple weeks in a row you didn't have any homework. I wanted to do something a little different. It's funny. I happened to be at a store a while back, and I saw this book, and I remember, damn, Kyle bought me that book several years ago, and for one reason or another, it just kind of got put on the shelf, and I kind of forgot about it. But the book was called Conversations with My Dad.
No, no kidding.
And it's kind of like a history kind of thing for like you and I go through, and some of it, yeah, I'd like to, like, when we get together, I'll bring the book when I come up or something like that. We can go through
Yeah.
some of the questions and stuff like that. But I thought it'd be
Yeah,
fun
definitely.
to go through a couple. So I flipped through the book earlier,
Uh-huh.
and I jotted down some of the questions, and
Oh,
I
okay.
thought these would be some more of the fun ones, and not like the super. There's nothing like super personal. I mean, I didn't see
Right.
anything that was like super personal or anything, but
Yeah.
I thought
Sure.
some of these were kind of neat. So I'm just going to go through some of these questions with you, and we'll talk about it. We'll get through as many as we get through, and if you can't
Yeah.
remember something, or if you don't want to talk about that particular, like I said, none of these are super personal or anything, but
Okay. Yeah.
but I'm going to start out with this one because
Cool.
this was the first one that I said I got to ask this question because this is actually a good question. Who is
Uh-huh.
the most famous or infamous person in your family?
Ooh, gosh.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's like, who would you? And maybe you don't have anybody actually famous or infamous.
Right.
But you can go either way with it, famous or infamous. And I remember you talking about Steve Gadd, but I don't think he was a family member. He was a friend of the
Right.
family.
Yeah, my father's sister, my Aunt Ann, she married a guy from, and of course, my Aunt Ann and the rest of us, we all grew up in East Rochester, New York, a suburb of Rochester. And she married a guy from a suburb that was really close to the city. And as a matter of fact, maybe it wasn't even considered a suburb. It was a neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Charlie Caruana. And I know that I believe the Caruanas are sure-tail relatives of the, Chuck Mangione.
Yeah, I remember that too.
The Mangione family.
But they're married relatives, or I just wondered if there was anybody that you had directly in your family that was somewhat famous. It doesn't have to be like, world superstar kind of famous, but
Right.
musician, actor,
Yeah.
magician.
No, just my grandfather. He was the mayor of East Rochester for,
Okay.
I think he was the mayor for 2 terms. And
the mayor of Rochester's, that's kind of famous.
Of East Rochester.
Well, East Rochester, yeah. But,
yeah.
Well, still.
But so, yeah, he had, so he had a lot of dealings with just a tremendous amount of people, and, and just he had a lot of support from the town. So it was a great time, I'm sure, in my...
How old were you when he was the mayor?
I might have been just born, which would have been like 1952.
So you didn't get to vote for him or anything?
No, I didn't. But yeah, he was a very cool guy.
Yeah.
He, came over from Sicily and with his family, and so by saying that he came over from Sicily, you would think there'd be an accent. None.
No accent.
Perfect.
Did he just
English.
work on getting rid of it?
He put his mind to it.
Said, I don't want an accent. I'm moving to America. I want to talk like the rest of them.
And he probably worked very hard on it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So, because I'm sure back then, there was some prejudices, and certainly if he could speak perfect English, which it was, then certainly that was a thumbs up for him from a lot of people.
Right,
They figured, well, this guy's trying hard, and he did. He was a cool guy. Laborio. He went by Lee, but that's where I got the Dan
Laborio.
Yeah, my father was Dan, and so I got named Daniel Lee. So
Yeah.
DanLee.
It turned into DanLee.
DanLee. Yeah. But
Well,
yeah.
then,
And of course,
go ahead.
my grandmother, she was one of those ones, and like her sisters, you're like, okay, grandma, now slow down a little bit. No, what? Say that again.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't from the same part of Sicily he was. She was across the island. She grew up. When she got up in the morning, she walked outside. She was looking at Mount Etna.
Yeah.
And
You told me about that.
can you imagine growing up next to an active volcano?
Yeah. Especially if there was like smoke and stuff coming out of it. It'd be a little unnerving.
All those people in all those towns never knew which way the wind was going to be blowing if that thing blew its top.
Yeah.
And they used to, while it was pumping out all kinds of smoke, the townspeople would go up the side of the volcano, not far, but they would be on the volcano and they'd be praying to get it to stop.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
can you imagine having the guts to go over there and do that?
Well, I mean, I guess if it goes, you're the first one that doesn't have to worry about it because you're gone.
You're hoping that the smoke is blowing the other way.
Right. Well, this is kind of a 3-part question. So,
Yeah.
who is considered the most admired or interesting, or if there's two, relative that you had? It could be the most admired and if somebody else was the most interesting, or if there was one or the other, who was the most interesting or admired relative that you can think of. And these are hard questions to just come up with and think about.
I would say my grandmother.
I figured you were going to say that.
Angelina Arcuri.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just a real sweetheart.
And she lived to be how old?
103.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And
Yeah,
I
her
unfortunately
sister,
never got the opportunity to meet her or anything, but
yeah, her sister Carmela was, I don't know, 100, 101.
So so
her, I don't know how long.
Did they take care of themselves? Like, or they just, when I say take care of themselves, I don't mean but like, did they just live their life and that's just how it went? Or were they, health conscious or?
So my grandmother Angelina was about 4'8", 4'9", 4'10", something like that. And she was not light. Typical small, almost as wide as tall.
Well, she liked to cook and she liked to eat.
Oh my God. Yeah. She had to sample her own cooking all the time.
Well, you have to.
Absolutely.
If you're going to feed it to other people, you got to make sure it's up to par.
Yeah. You can't put any sauce on anything unless it tastes just right.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah, that, and she was just a really strong character. She, people used to say, "Grandma, why don't you try, getting some of those things that you use to walk with, stabilize yourself, or maybe it's time to get a wheelchair." And she's like, "No." She said, "Once I sit down in that chair, I'll never get out of it." And so, and that's the way she lived. That's the way her mind was. If I get in that chair, I'm not getting out of it. So she wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Well, and she was just very as sweet as sugar. I mean, your mom knew her, and but sweet as sugar, absolutely wonderful lady.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say of all the people in my family, she's the one that gets the Medal of Honor.
Okay. Well, here's the other side of that. Do you have any black sheep in your family, or a black sheep? Somebody that was just always in trouble, or?
Yeah, I mean, one thing about my sister and I, we never heard from our parents any of the bad stuff. They kept it out of it. They, this is, I mean, on my mother's side, um, it was very tough. They grew up as poor can be in Rochester.
Yeah.
Just actually probably moved around to a lot of places because they just couldn't afford, you know. But I got to say that my grandfather, my mom's father, he got hurt real bad, so he wasn't able to work, and his my grandmother, his wife, she was a stay-at-home mom, so just things just went down to, it was welfare living, and unfortunately, that was a family that was very, very dysfunctional. She had a brother who quite honestly, maybe I saw the guy twice or three times in my life, and he was just who knows what he was into and what he was doing. I have no idea. So my mom didn't barely talk about him.
Yeah. So maybe he was the black sheep, but you just didn't know a whole lot about it.
I kind of think so.
Unfortunately, I think I'm the black sheep of our family, but
you are. Just because you're wearing a black T-shirt right now, that's about it.
All those arrests and the prison time and
funny, I never heard about all that, but okay, well,
we tried to keep it from you just so you didn't worry and stuff.
Yeah, I'd get up in the morning, I'd be like, "Where's Shane? Oh, he didn't spend the night here last night. He's over at a friend's." Oh, okay.
Yeah, for 5 to 10.
Yeah.
Well, here's a fun one for you. Who is your childhood hero or heroes?
Oh,
and what did you admire most about them? If you had a couple,
without a doubt,
the Lone Ranger was one of them.
I was just going to say that was the first person, the Lone Ranger.
That story before.
He and Tano. Oh my God! My mom heard a noise on 8:00 in the morning in the little parlor where the TV was, or whatever the heck it was, in the back of the house. And she came in, and I'm standing in front of the TV. The Lone Ranger's in a fight, and Tano's not there to help him, and he's getting beat up. And I'm yelling at the TV. I already took my glass of milk and
oh, wonderful.
I splashed the TV with milk, and I got my hands on my guns. On my gun, I had a holster, double holster, so I had two guns, and I'm
one
like,
for each of them.
Yeah, I'm like, "Come on, Lone Ranger!" Whatever I was yelling, "Get him, Lone Ranger!" Something like that,
8:00 in the morning. This is what your mom wakes up to,
and so she took a picture. She took her picture of me. It might not have been for that event, but there were times when he was getting himself in trouble, and Tano wasn't there, and I was doing all I could to help. That's all I know.
What the fuck is Tano doing when?
Well, I mean, Tano was probably posing for pictures somewhere. They were getting famous, and he just kind of felt like, well, the Lone Ranger, he can handle about anything. I got to go.
Yeah,
have a little
every once in a while,
free time.
Every once in a while. So is the Lone Ranger your one and only hero? I don't know what the hell's going on with this light. It's like flickering. It's driving me crazy. Or do you have another hero?
They weren't. I wouldn't consider them heroes, but I love the Three Stooges. I mean, they were.
Yeah, they can't be heroes, but
they can't be heroes, but they can. They can sure make you laugh.
Would you admire about? I forgot to ask. Would you admire about the Lone Ranger? But as a kid, you're not really thinking. It's just it's my hero.
Just the fact that he was my hero. He could make Silver, Hi-Ho Silver away.
Yeah.
Silver's on her back legs, and he's got his hat in his hand, and he's got the reins and the hat in his hand, and Silver is all fully extended on his back two legs, and I'm like,
that's probably how they ended every single episode, isn't it?
oh yeah. And I was like, that's my guy.
And then the Three Stooges.
And the Three Stooges. Oh my God.
That's the Three Stooges is the last one. What'd you admire about them? The ability to take an eye poke, or
yeah, multiple eye pokes with sound effects.
Yeah.
I always like this one too.
Double smack.
Yeah, double smacks. He'd do something like grab their nose like this and slap his hand and knock his hand off their nose, and they were like, "Oh, that was," they were acting like their nose just broke.
I haven't seen the Three Stooges in forever.
Oh my God, man, that I had to see the Lone Ranger and the Stooges at some point during the day. So
yeah, I don't even know. I mean, I'm sure they're on TV somewhere, but I don't know which of the 9,000 apps you need to be able to watch them. You know what I mean? Kind of like football, All right, well, let's do one more, and then we'll take a leg stretcher. I'm really curious about this one. When you were in school, any time in school, did you ever get sent to the principal or get in any kind of trouble in school that you can recall?
Yeah, I think I was a junior, and I was in a Spanish class, and she was new, and I just wasn't taking it seriously. I just wasn't doing it. I thought I could handle it and do a lot of it on my own, but certainly there was stuff I wasn't getting done, and if I was talking in class, she was going to she decided that this guy's my mark, and when I send him down to the office, then everybody else is going to shut up and pay attention if the class is out of. So I had that. That might have happened twice. I know it happened. Certainly, it happened one time. And no one was in the office except the ladies that worked in there.
Yeah.
So they just
go hung out for a little while.
They said just sit down there in one of those seats until the period is over. Then you can go back and get your books. So anyhow,
so you didn't have to get yelled at by the principal.
No. Yeah.
So your parents didn't even get to find out.
No.
So you didn't have to talk to them about it at all.
Yeah, she was having a bad day, and I was a part of it. I was adding to the bad part, so she didn't want any more flack. She didn't want me in the room.
Sorry,
so away I went.
I don't know what's going on with my light, but it was driving me nuts.
Huh.
Keeps flickering. Feel like I'm gonna have a seizure. Plugged it into a different port to see if that cleared it up. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I'm not epileptic or anything, but I was starting to feel like I might be because it just kept flickering in my eye. I was like, "Oh, what the hell is going on?"
Not good.
So that's the biggest trouble you got in school, is just kind of like screwing off in Spanish class.
Yeah, I was not a person that got in trouble. Just every once in a while, somebody would say something to me, and just there was just times when I couldn't keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. I didn't get in a lot of trouble, but
right.
I wasn't a model student either.
Right. Yeah. That's kind of how I would probably.
I got suspended twice.
You got sent down to the office twice?
Well, I got sent down to the office weekly, but
but
I got suspended twice.
Oh, okay.
And I got suspended for fighting and once, and suspended for smoking cigarettes on school grounds once.
Oh, okay. I got you. Huh.
But nothing major.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't, trying to get into Harvard or anything, and I was like, "Fuck, I just screwed up my shot at Harvard."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's
the
like,
Ivy
whatever.
League. Let me see. What I guess the Poison Ivy League is where I'm headed next.
Yeah, when you're the new kid at school and you get challenged to a fight, you can't not.
Wow.
Wasn't
Yeah,
much of
that
a
sucks.
fight, but
There's always that contingent that wants to fight. It's like, really? And that's
yeah,
going to
I don't
prove
even know
what?
why. But that's a whole story I'll get into another day. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I was only at the school. It was like my first week at that school, and it was like high noon or whatever. Walk out of school, walk down the sidewalk, and
Right.
all his friends are down there, and all my friends are walking behind me, and then we just kind of went at it for a few minutes, and it was over because the
Yeah.
teachers and stuff came out and got it all broken
Right.
up. But
Yeah.
you're suspended.
Yep. That's it. That's all it takes. Man, oh man.
And then smoking on school grounds. We knew we weren't supposed to be doing it, but
Right.
the teacher, he and I didn't get along at all. And when he saw us over there and thought we were smoking, he was just on a beeline right for us. We put
yeah.
the cigarette out and everything. He was like,
Gosh.
It was at a football game on a Saturday.
Oh, really?
We're like, it's not even school hours. Doesn't matter.
Right.
We're on school grounds. Whatever. Fuck you,
yeah.
Stosh.
Boy, oh boy.
Guy was a dick.
I'll bet.
He's lucky I didn't punch him in the face. Then I would have really got suspended.
That wouldn't
Like I
help.
said, it's a whole nother story. he was the gym teacher. Guy was just a maniac. He was just an asshole.
Right.
I mean, we were playing floor hockey, and I think one day I forgot my sneakers. He's like, "Well, just go out in your socks." I'm like, "I'm not going out playing floor hockey with no shoes on."
Yeah, really.
And he was also the soccer coach.
Yeah.
And when we played soccer in gym, all the soccer jocks.
Oh, yeah.
I'd always gun for him. Going for the ball. Well, he landed on his face after you took his legs out. No. Going for the ball, Stosh. Going for the ball.
Yeah.
Didn't get along with a lot of the soccer players, let's put it that way.
Oh, gosh. No.
So he'd just make me go sit on the bench because he didn't want any of his players to get hurt in gym.
Yeah, exactly.
So
if
I
he
just
had a thin bench.
just go sit on the bench. Whatever. I don't want to play this stupid game anyways.
Oh, my God.
All right. Well, I'm asking DanLee some questions. We're going through some questions I found in this book.
Okay.
And this one I'm kind of curious about.
Okay.
What was your first place like?
My own first place?
Well, how did you decorate your space? Did you live by yourself, or did you have roommates? Or I was kind of curious.
My first place, excuse me, was up in the city of Rochester. I was commuting from Canandaigua to my job every day in East Rochester. I was working at the old car shops in there because that was, Fairport just down the road, and East Rochester, they were big railroad towns. So, but nothing that ran through the downtown or anything like that. But so anyhow, but the only place we could find, my buddy Jimmy Calabrese, he and I were working together, and there was his brother Johnny Calabrese and a friend of his, Mike Lovato, and we were all getting a place together, like on the outskirts of Rochester, closest to East Rochester that we could find. But we had to go up into the city to get it because Mike Lovato was working in the city and Johnny Calabrese was working there too. So It was just one of them deals, but it worked out. And but yeah, we were in that place for over a year, and yeah, there wasn't really any college for me. I just went to work, you know.
Yeah, but what was the place like? I mean, was it a shithole or?
Actually, it was upstairs. There was a lady and her two young kids living downstairs, and we had been there a while, and everything was going real smooth. I think we moved in the summertime, and it was the next summer when there was a party. Those Johnny Calabrese and Mike Lovato were going to have a party, and they had a lot of friends come over. And of course, the unfortunate thing is a lady with just her two young kids downstairs, and the party got out of hand. I mean, Jimmy and I, we were off to some club in Rochester somewhere, watching a rock and roll band or something, and we come back. It was around midnight or so, and the party had turned into a brawl.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it turned into a brawl, and it's like, first of all, the lights were on downstairs, and I knocked on the door, and the lady came to the door, and I said, "Look, I'm really sorry about this. My buddy and I, we've been gone the whole evening. We just got back, and there's this total mayhem going on." So I said, "Well, we'll straighten it out with you in any way we can." And in my mind, I was like, "That's it. I'm done. There ain't no way in the freaking world this is the kind of shit that's going to go on."
Right.
We just wanted to go and do our jobs during the week, Monday through Friday. And if there was any noise to be made, it was going to be at the bars we were going to for whatever reason, just to have a good time or watch bands or whatever. But I was like, I go, we got a lady downstairs with two little kids, and this is what she's got to listen to. A fight's been going on upstairs for about an hour. I'm like, no, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
And it was a brawl. We walked up into a completely destroyed dining room and living room. That's what we walked into.
Yeah.
And I was like, nope. This was the one thing I was worried about, because, just figured first time they're going to have a party here, it's probably going to go bad. And that's exactly, what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. But how'd you have it decorated? I mean, was it like beanbag chairs and Zeppelin posters, or?
Yeah. Yeah, it was black. What do you call those black posters? Black neon black.
Yeah,
or
the
something.
ones that if you have a black light, they look cool. They're kind of almost like a fuzzy,
Exactly. Yeah.
I know what you're
Somehow
talking about.
that material radiated in certain colors. It radiated really bright.
Yeah, if you put a black light on them, they look really cool.
Yeah, it was nothing like, I didn't have anything like that. I mean, if I had a poster, it might have been some rock and roller I liked or something, in a frame, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was always a store at the malls that you could buy stuff like that. I forget what they were called. But
yeah, I don't know if they still had the Spencer's. I don't know when Spencer's came around, but that was one of those stores you could always buy that kind of stuff at.
Yeah, that was it.
When I was a kid.
Yeah, Spencer's Gifts, I think they were called.
Yeah, they always had incense and posters and concert tees and jewelry and all kinds of cool kind of shit like that.
There was a Beatle, a poster for each Beatle, plus the Fab Four on some things, and the Rolling Stones, and Mick Jagger by himself, and
it was always
Alice Cooper, and
posters and T-shirts, and it was a cool place.
Right. Yeah.
So, We lived with other people.
Oh,
I've been to many of those parties over my lifetime where
yeah.
it's like everybody's having a good time, and then all of a sudden there's gunshots or something. I was at a party where there was gunshots.
Oh, that's the worst.
And I've been in parties where girls were fighting and guys were fighting, and
Yeah.
I was trying to break up two girls one time fighting with each other, and one of the boyfriends came up and grabbed me and chucked me into the woods, and I was like, dude, I was just trying to save your girlfriend from getting her fucking ass kicked.
Yeah.
That's what was happening. I was trying
Yeah.
to pull the other girl off her before your girlfriend had two black eyes and a broken nose.
Yeah, really. Because the one that can fight can knock teeth out. So
I said, I just didn't want to. There's like 8 fights going on, and somebody's got to break them up. You know,
shit.
Just stupid shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just stupid shit. You know, when you're in your high school years up to your early mid 20s, you know, you still go to parties later on when you're in your 30s, but you're like, I'm not dealing with that shit.
No, not at all.
I'm leaving. I'm going home, or I'm going somewhere else because I'm not dealing with this shit.
Yeah, I was 19 and like all I wanted to do was I wanted to go to the clubs that had bands,
right, and watch
good
bands.
rock and roll. That's all I wanted. I'll sip my beers and listen to the band and
you're
talk with people.
Your apartment's a place to chill out. You know, when you're not out raising hell and you just want to have a night at home and, you know, like you said, sip your beer or listen to music or watch TV or whatever. You know, it's like, I don't want a bunch of people here breaking shit and, you know, making a mess. And
I was actually out I was out the next day. I actually, me and Jimmy, like I said, you know, everybody was downstairs or leaving because, you know, the cops were coming and so everybody just took off for the hills.
Right.
And I don't know. I think me and Jimmy went down and talked, and the lady, she came out and she said to the cop, these two guys weren't the problem. They weren't even here. They got here when just about all the fights were finally finishing and people were taking off because they figured, like she was saying to the cops, she said we figured the police would be coming, and so sure enough, they did. But when they realized that we were basically sober, it's like, you know, if we were going out to listen to rock and roll bands, you know, we were pretty much, especially driving where nobody knows you. And if you get pulled over, you got nobody that can help you.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, yo, you know my uncle?
Right.
So, I mean, that's what it was like in East Rochester. I could mention a family name and they'd be like, oh, yeah, you're Dan's son, right? I'm like, yeah. So anyhow, I was out the door the next day. I grabbed all my stuff. And that's why, you know, living up there, I always kind of figured something might go down because I traveled light. I did. I had a suitcase.
Like all I need is this thermos.
Yeah, that's all I need.
This thermos and this coffee can. That's all I need is this thermos and this coffie can.
And this plate that says Niagara Falls.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about? Remember the what the hell was that movie? The Jerk?
Oh yeah, the Jerk.
When he leaves and he's just grabbing stuff. All I need is this thermos. I don't remember all the stuff that he was grabbing, but
pretty soon he had his arms full.
So he was like just carrying shit out. But it was just one thing after another. All I need is this, you know, this.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
That's all I need is this and this. That's all I need is this and this and this and this. You know? DanLee's like, all I need is my beanbag chair and my coffee cup.
Yeah.
Oh, and my couch.
Yeah.
And I take the dining room table, but you guys fucked it up last night.
One of the legs is broken. The really sad part of that whole thing was one of those guys had a dog. And that freaking dog had to be in that apartment when fights are taking place.
Yeah,
And I'm
all that
like,
shit's going on. Probably freaked the dog out.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
But
I saw that and I was like, nope, I'm out.
yeah. All right, I got another one for you.
Sure.
And this one might be a tough one for you. I don't know.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about, like, if I had to answer it, I don't know if I could actually think of the actual name. But who was your first crush?
Oh gosh.
And did that person like you back or feel the same way? I know. That's a hard one. It's like, I mean, the second part of it isn't. No, absolutely not. She didn't feel at all like I did. but the first part, it's like I couldn't think of her name.
Yeah. So Donna Adams. And I don't know what that was. Was that 5th grade? 6th grade? Maybe 6th, something like that.
She feel the same way?
No, not at all.
Kind of sucks, doesn't it? Even all these years later, it's like, God damn.
Yeah, really.
The fuck was wrong with me?
Yeah, really.
You know, I was a nice guy, nice kid.
Yeah, and she was playing hard to get.
I made school just about every day.
Yeah, just about. You know? Right.
I mean, can't say I had a good job, but you know, I made almost every class back then.
Oh yes. Oh, the butterflies that were created.
Yeah. Like I said, I thought about it. I couldn't even think of the girl's name. I could still look. I can still see her though. Kind of. Or my brain is completely twisted. She didn't look anything like that. But I had a crush on just about every girl back then.
Yeah.
Every girl on TV. You know, the Charlie's Angels, Wonder Woman.
Yeah. That's right. You know? Yeah. Any one of them will work.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. And then half the girls in class.
Right.
You know.
That's
no wonder
funny.
I can't remember their names, but
right. That's funny.
I probably should have wrote a couple more down. I only got one more. And I kind of know the answer to the first part of this question. But the second one, I'm curious to hear the answer.
Okay.
How'd you meet Mom?
Oh.
And I kind of know the answer to that, but
I was playing in Bath, New York.
Yeah, at the Ramada Inn.
Yeah. The old Ramada.
Yeah.
They had bands every week there.
Yeah, you guys would come through and play for like a whole week, or 5 days or something, and then
right.
Because I remember being there. That was a cool thing about when you guys started dating. Was I was like 10 years old or however old I was, but I got to go to the Ramada at the bar and watch you guys play and shit, and hang out with you guys. I remember the Celtics and the Lakers were playing, and I remember you guys would get done with the set, and like you let me come up, y'all like sprinted up to your rooms that you stayed in and turned on the game so you could watch the game. And then, it's like, shit, we got to get back down there for our next set. So then you'd have to go back downstairs and play another set.
Yeah, Mike Yackey was a big Celtics fan.
Yeah. And I just remember, I didn't know nothing about basketball, but
Brent, he didn't care. I didn't care.
But, I mean, to me, you guys were rock stars, so it's like getting to hang out with rock stars, Yeah,
we were just older and we had hair and we played loud.
Yeah, so it's cool for me. Right, and I'm at a bar, I'm at a bar. Yeah. I'm not drinking, but I'm at a bar. Yeah, probably drinking Coke or Pepsi or something, but
sure.
But
Yeah,
here's
cool.
the fun part of how you met her. I kind of knew that you met, when you were playing at the Ramada because, there
Yeah.
wasn't a lot of places to go in Bath.
Yeah.
There's live music at the Ramada, so that's where, people would go. And
Right.
but what was your first impression of her? Like, did you
Oh,
notice her when you were playing, or did you meet her?
yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the first thought was, she looks like a nice girl.
Yeah. Little did you
Yeah.
know.
Wait a minute, I got to ask her a question. Hey, Kim, when you invited me over to your house, what was I supposed to bring with me?
Cup of coffee.
Yeah, I was supposed to bring the coffee.
The coffee, yeah, and you did, didn't you?
You came, bringing 2 cups of coffee.
I showed up when I said I was gonna, and I brought coffee, even though I didn't drink it. I
I
forced
don't
it
know
down.
where the hell did you get it? Where'd you get coffee in that little town?
Oh, in Bath? Oh God, I don't
They didn't
know.
even have a Dunkin' Donuts or anything back then.
Just let's see. And you guys were, where were you at? Where was your, Colonial Lawns?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then, I went down. There had to be like a donut shop or something down there.
Yeah, there was probably a bakery or, I mean,
Yeah.
there was some like restaurants down there that probably
Right.
were Chatawhile or something like that, like a little
Yeah.
diner.
Anyways, and the rest is history.
Yeah, yeah. Infamous history.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I like I said, I should have probably wrote down a couple other questions, but I didn't think we'd get through them that quick.
Yeah.
But I thought that was kind of a fun idea, and
Yeah,
to
definitely.
go through this book. And like I said, some of it, like it'd be fun to get together and go through some of the stuff, and maybe periodically I'll, ask you some questions on here.
Yeah.
Some of the fun ones, and I mean they're all kind of fun. It's all just about like your history basically, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of questions about your parents and
Uh-huh.
family and siblings and
Right.
your young life and stuff like that, and it just don't I saw that book at Walmart or something, and I was like, damn, I got that book. That'd be of course we had to dig for it to find it today, but
Oh yeah.
we found it, and I
That's cool.
flipped through it and was reading through it, and I'm like, yeah, there's some kind of neat questions.
Yeah.
Kind of a neat thing to jot down some of the answers or film it or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
But so we'll play around with that a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I bought a toy the other day.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not.
Oh, okay. So what am I looking at?
This is the Ulanzi D100H, and that tells you fucking nothing. I know.
Would you say Alonzi or?
I think it's I don't know how it's actually pronounced.
Oh,
It's either Ulanzi or Ulanzi.
okay.
I believe it's Chinese.
Okay.
What isn't? But
Yeah.
this company, they do make some good stuff. What this is it's a little dial
Uh-huh.
that it's almost like just a really fancy mouse.
Oh, okay.
It's for like video editing and stuff like that. It's got the dial on it so you can scrub through the video, and it's got 7 different little buttons that you can push for whatever functions. You can set it up the way you want it. You can map the buttons to do certain things.
Oh, okay.
And I haven't really used it to edit yet. I just got it the other day.
Where'd you see that?
It's been all over the place, all over TikTok and everything. And,
Oh, okay.
and I'm like, I don't know if I really need the thing,
Yeah.
But I've been having problems with my elbow.
Yeah.
And my hips and whatever else, just about every part of it's always something every day. My elbow hasn't hurt as bad, but
Right.
it's just weird. I don't know what the hell happened. But I notice when I'm using the mouse a lot, like when I'm
Yeah.
editing, because I'm using the mouse a lot, my elbow starts getting a little sore.
Right.
And I
Right.
said, fuck it. The thing was on sale on Amazon. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I haven't bought a toy in a while or whatever. So,
Yeah. Right.
so we're going to see when I edit this video
Uh-huh.
if it makes it that much easier. Of course, it's a little bit of a learning curve because 7 buttons. I got to remember what each button does.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. And I mapped it the way I wanted to map it. Some of the buttons actually you can click 2 different ways that are actually double. I'm like, no, I'm just going to make each button one thing. I'm not going to make it, if I click it this way, it'll be this. If I click it that way, it'll be that. Because
that sounds like a good way to start.
The undo button would be wore out because I'd be just hitting that a lot. Undo, because I don't know what the hell I just did, but undo it.
Right.
But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, and it's pretty stout little thing, and it's Bluetooth. It doesn't even have a cable on it.
Oh, okay.
Just wirelessly works off the computer, and
well, that's cool.
And it's got a little weight to it, So I'm kind of happy with it so far.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm gonna have to get used to doing some editing with it. But they make another thing that it's compatible with. It's called a dock, but I think that's more for live stream. That thing's like $80. This thing was only like full price is like $40. And if the next option that's similar to this, is like $200.
Youch.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I was like, and it's gotten pretty good reviews. I watched a bunch. I've been looking at it for like 2 months now. Because I've been seeing the video, so I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and I'm like, tell me, what does it actually do? How is it going to make it easier to edit?
Right.
And I know this is kind of a weird thing to be talking about on the podcast, but it is part of the process. But when I'm editing, there's shortcuts. Like if you hit, use your keyboard and you hit like Control B, it'll cut the video right there in that spot.
Okay.
And so there's keyboard shortcuts, but I'm here with the mouse. I'm over here on this side using the mouse, and then I got to go over the keyboard. Then I got to go back to the mouse. Then I got to go back to the keyboard, and then you know. So it's like kind of you can just do a lot of it just with this little contraption.
Yeah.
And,
nice. Just got to get used to it.
Yeah, I just got to get used to it and figure out like if I've mapped the right keys, if they're the right location. Do I want to move this to a different button and that kind of stuff? Mm-hmm. I was getting a little frustrated with it when I first got it because I couldn't figure out how to map it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, half these buttons, I don't even know what the fuck they do. Like, I don't know what this function is. Like, I edit these podcasts and little videos that we've done over the years. I'm not making movies and stuff. So some of this stuff is like, it's above my pay grade as far as my editing capabilities. Like, I don't even know what the hell that is.
Right.
So it's like, that's the thing with that like docking station. It's neat. It looked cool on the desk. It's got a couple little dials down at the bottom. It's got a shitload of buttons that light up and do all kinds of things. I think it's more for like streaming and I'm like, for $80, I really don't think it's something I need.
Yeah.
When I do need a new USB port, that was the thing that was nice about this. Like I don't even know what I would be able to use it for. I'm going to do a little more research, but it's a docking station. It's got some USB ports on the back and some USB, like your little dock, where you plug a lot of your stuff in. It's got that like built right into the thing.
Right.
And when I need a new one, I mean, for an extra $25-$30, I can get this thing that probably does a lot more.
Yeah.
So when I need a new one of those, I might consider. It's also got the SD card readers built into it, which I had bought a separate SD card reader.
Oh, okay.
Because computers now, they don't come with shit. They don't come with SD card readers. They don't come with CD drives. They don't come with any of that shit because it's old technology.
Wow.
And yet every camera that everybody uses has SD cards.
Right. Exactly.
So you need a reader, and you need a reader that, it's not going to take 4 days to dump your pictures or videos off the camera onto the computer. You need something that works fairly quickly. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing, you're lucky enough to bump into it and realize that
got smacked up the head with it about 5,000 times on TikTok. It's like just constantly. It's like, goddamn TikTok. Everybody's trying to sell you something.
Yeah, right.
If they're not trying to sell you something, it's just bullshit. I mean, I don't even know why I waste my time with it. I'm very close to being done with most of social media, just because it's just,
you're
either getting somebody's opinion about. It's like people call themselves content creators, and yet they're just selling shit. It's like, you're not creating content. I mean, technically, yes, if you want to call the video that you made content, but it's the video where somebody actually does something funny, and you're like, that was brilliant. That was a brilliant idea to come up with this.
Right.
That's content.
Yeah.
Selling shit, and because the terminology is what cracks me up. I've partnered with Disney. No, you fucking didn't partner with Disney. Did you sign any contracts? No, Disney's giving you a nickel every time you plug this thing. You didn't partner with Disney. You didn't partner with Maxwell House. You didn't partner with anybody. You didn't go into a big office and sign contracts and shit.
Yeah, really.
You didn't partner with anybody. The companies have gotten savvy to social media, and they're like, we can pay this person $0.25 every time they plug us. And they have, 1 million followers.
Yeah.
So we're reaching 1 million people for a fucking $0.25.
Right.
Or we can pay a marketing agency to create commercials and spend millions of dollars on it. It's like, no, you're just getting taken advantage of.
Yeah.
If you make a lot of quarters, you're not, like, whatever. If it's mutually beneficial,
right,
it's fine. But quit with the partnering. I partnered with Tombstone Pizza. No, you didn't. That's the end of the partnership. You said Tombstone Pizza. You got a nickel. That's the end of the partnership.
Right.
If you go out and do something stupid and lose all your followers, that partnership is gone.
There you
no
go.
longer have a partnership with Tombstone Pizza or Disney or Maxwell House or anybody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, got a little off topic here at the end, but that is the prattling part of this podcast.
Yeah, that's it. We're liable to go down any avenue.
Yeah, but I guess we're about at that time. We can call this one an episode. I thought that was kind of fun going through some of those questions.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
but we'll revisit that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think we should
periodically. I think it's kind of fun. But like in the meantime, some of the other, there's, like I said, there's not a lot of personal stuff. But, I think some of it is not something we can do while we're doing a podcast. It'd be, sitting at the table downstairs, going through some of it would be kind of fun.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Right.
But yeah, we're going to call this one an episode.
Good deal.
Thanks for watching or listening, whatever you do. I am the Kid.
I'm DanLee.
We'll catch you next time.
Wow.